Hello and welcome back to Season 6, Episode 5, aka my last episode of Sports Talk ever. For the last time, I'm your host, Lily Yepes.
And I'm Tyler Steinberg, and I don't even want to think about the fact that she's leaving me soon.
I know. We've got a special episode coming up as we'll be talking everything baseball, softball, plus taking a look back at my broadcasting and athletic career here at Mepham.
And for all you folks at home that don't know this, Lily is a 3-season athlete, so we're going to have a lot of highlights to go through.
Even though you might be right, Tyler. First, let's dive into how the playoffs have been treating the baseball team this year.
Yeah, I mean, the baseball team, they've had a really good year. They've played a lot of good teams, and they've showed up against a lot of them. Recently, they've had wins over Carey and Clark, and that includes a 7-run seventh-inning comeback against Clark. So they're having a really good season, and they're set to play Plain Edge. So, again, they got a lot of good matchups coming up, and just trying to climb that ladder for the playoffs, right? Just keep going.
Yeah, so this team is filled with seniors. I think they have, I want to say a majority of the seniors. So this team, like all of these boys have been playing together, most of them since freshman, sophomore year. And I think it's really awesome that they've been able to have this great season as like their last bang with this whole big like camaraderie team, and making it far in the playoffs is just something that you'll never forget in your high school career. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. Playoffs are so important. It gets everyone hyped up, not just the players, the coaches, but also the crowd. Really, everyone watching. The intensity of the games are always such an important factor. And I'm looking forward to see what this team has in store. But why are we talking about baseball when the boys can just do it themselves?
You're right. So the boys had their chance to shine on this month's Mic'd Up.
That's a ball. What's up, beautiful? Harry, Omar, that's a ball. Gravity's not his friend, guys. Come on.
We're supposed to be, bum.
Here, Kyle.
I'll toss to Jay-Z. People call you that?
You don't like this shit.
People call you Jay-Z?
Baseball.
That's so far.
The baseball team sure does have some strong personalities, don't they? It's always important for a team to get along well with each other, and that can sometimes translate to some playoff success.
You're totally right. You know, Tyler, I've also had my fair share of playoffs appearances through my time here at Mepham too.
Well, Lily, I'd hope you have at least some experience under your belt. Let's see here. We got 3 sports, and that's 4 years that you've been here. That's like 12 chances at making the playoffs.
I mean, when you put it that way, you really do make me feel old.
I mean, I'm just saying, you are leaving for college in about 3 months.
Enough of the shenanigans, speaking of college. But you got a chance to sit with a very special guest on this month's The View.
Yeah, that's right, Lily. And I'm just going to say, this one's going to be a little bittersweet, sitting in that chair for the first time.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but take it away, Tyler.
Hello, and welcome to this month's version of The View, where we get to sit down with Mepham athletes and get a player's inside scoop on our sports teams. Today, I'm joined with senior star athlete and Sports Talk's very own, Lily Yepes. Lily, how you doing today?
I'm really good, Tyler. How are you?
I'm living life. I got to ask, though. I mean, I'm sitting in this chair for the first time. You're sitting in that chair for the first time. How does it feel?
It's definitely weird. I remember being in this seat, so like seeing you here now and like me being here is definitely a little weird.
I mean, I'm already getting used to this, so no offense.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
I'm ready to take this chair over. So as we all know that, you've had your fair share of teams here at Mepham, but I got to ask, have you had a favorite team so far at all?
Favorite team? That's really hard because I've played, I guess now, I think on 10 different teams.
It's been a few, yeah.
It's been a few. But I have to say, I guess my 8th grade year playing softball, that was my favorite team. And then last year's softball team was my favorite team because like those were the girls last year that like I've grown up with. Like we played Little League together on our first travel team. And then now like we're best friends and I'm going to college with one of them. And then 8th grade, they were just like, they took me in, and like that's just something that I'll always remember. Team.
That's actually crazy. 8th grade.
8th grade.
8th grade on varsity level. I applaud you, though. I applaud you.
Thank you.
Has there been any favorite memory, though, that you would say that you've had from all these teams?
Any favorite memory? Well, one of them definitely was winning the Long Island Championship last year. and going to states. And it made it so special because, like I said, like I'm going to college with Alana Morse, who's in Hofstra right now, and those girls I played with my whole life. But also volleyball season in 10th grade, that was just like a different group of girls. Like they had such a drive, and they were all really close, and they like welcomed me in. So that like showed me, you know, what it's like to be an underclassman on varsity and like have somebody take you under your wing.
It's also crazy to me, again, you've been an underclassman on varsity for 3 years, so I don't know if you're considered an underclassman at that point. I don't know. I got to ask, though, has there been any important lessons over the years that sports have kind of taught you?
Sports have definitely taught me how to, one, be a team player. Like, you're not always going to be, even if you feel like you should be a starter or whatever, like, you have to go through every phase of being an athlete. So even if you are the star player isn't always the first one on the court sometimes when they're younger. Just because you're a freshman and like, okay, I know I have this talent, there's going to be other people who've worked to get there, so you have to like work up to that. And I think it's also taught me that you have to have confidence. Like to play at the higher level, you have to believe in yourself because nobody else is going to if you don't.
I could not have said it any better myself. That was amazing. Switching gears a little bit here. I mean, we all know D1 softball at Hofstra. Congratulations for the second time.
Thank you.
Is there something that you're looking forward to the most going to Hofstra?
So obviously, like I said before, I'm playing with Alana and her older sister Bree, who I played with. Literally, they live across the street from me. That's my best friend since I was 8. But they just won the CAA, which is unbelievable. They took a private jet home, which is like something you can't even like think about. So just the fact that like the coach there is somebody I love. Like I'm just so grateful to be playing for them. And like the team, it just seems like so tight knit, and I'm just so grateful and so excited to be part of that team, honestly.
I mean, I'll tell you, you're going to see me at least in the crowd a few times. I might get a big sign, be like, go, I was on Sports Talk with her, you know? Just for you, I might have to show up and do that. I'm sorry if I embarrass you doing that.
That is A-okay.
So has there been any pregame songs, meals, or any superstitions at all that you've had during your time here in Mepham? I mean, that's the question we ask all athletes, and we get a lot of interesting answers. I had to ask this one.
So superstition-wise, Mepham softball, so before the coach we have Tom Simone right now, who I love him. He's just one of my favorite people. We had Coach Dolan, who was crazy about her in the best way. She was crazy about her superstitions. So we used to eat unicorn cereal before every game, and after every game we had unicorn gummies.
Wow.
And then we have for a song for Mepham softball, like every sport, like there's different songs I associate that with, because like we have the same playlist and everything. But one time, like we love the song "Girlfriend." You know that song by Avril Lavigne? Like, hey,
No, actually,
hey,
I'll have to listen
I don't
to
like
it.
your girlfriend.
Yes, I do now. Thank you for that. Yes, sorry if we get copyrighted now.
Oh, fudge. Well, anyway, so one time my friend was playing it, and then she accidentally played the Mandarin version.
That's amazing.
So now we all have learned the words to the Mandarin version.
How does that even happen?
I don't know. And so that's our song.
And how long did it take you to realize that it was the Mandarin version instead of the English?
Well, we all started singing it, and then it went into Mandarin, and we were like, what is this? It's great. Like, we loved it. So now all of us, we all know the Mandarin version of Girlfriend, and that's what we sing before games.
That might also be a hidden talent, that you can now say that you know how to sing a song in Mandarin. That's...
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. And I do want to point out again, before I ask you the question, I said we have a few interesting superstitions. I think you kind of hit that one right on the bullseye. I mean, that's almost as weird as you can get.
I don't think I've ever shared that with, like, because anybody asks us. It's just something that's, like, niche to Mepham softball.
Well, I mean, here on The View, we do try to ask the best questions to get the best answers. So
actually, in 8th grade, we found a turtle on the field, and we kept it and named it Corn, and we kept it through playoffs.
Wait, so let's backtrack here for a second. Let's just jump ships very fast. So a turtle named Corn?
For unicorn, because my coach loved unicorns, it was just Corn.
Well, I can tell with the cereal.
Yeah.
So what happened to Corn? We must know. I mean, everyone must know. What happened to Corn?
So actually, my friend Haley, who was on the team, she's at Stony Brook right now, playing softball. She kept Corn, and Corn is still alive. And then, because she had another turtle, her brother had a turtle, and then we released Corn back into the wild because he grew. and we felt like he couldn't be contained anymore. So.
Wow. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm speechless for that. I don't know how much. That might be one of the craziest answers that we've had in View history.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'd have to check the record books for that one, but.
Yeah, and we were on the bus one time going to LICs, and it was really, really bumpy, and corn flew out of the tank because it was bumpy. Yeah.
Great pet owners, I could tell.
Yeah.
I mean, Coin clearly was living his best life with you guys.
He was loved. He was loved by
Yeah,
us.
That's amazing. I got to ask, so do you have any final thoughts on overall just your Mepham career looking back? Anything that you want to tell the people at home?
Oh my God. Well, my years like playing Mepham, like every Mepham sport is just, when I look back at my high school career, it's going to be all the teams that I've been on and all the different girls that I was able to make a connection with, because playing varsity sports since being in your 8th grade freshman year, like there's been so many girls who I've been able to learn from leadership-wise. Like I would have jumped off a bridge if they jumped, like when I was younger, because they were just such good role models and leaders, and they showed me what it was like, you know, as to be the leader I wanted to be. So I just can't thank my coaches or my players, anybody enough for the experience that I've had over my 4 years. And I don't know, there'll never be enough words for my gratefulness and just the opportunity to play for Mepham.
Got me emotional. I mean, that was very inspirational. I feel like I'm ready to right now to just get up and do like 20 push-ups after that. That inspired me a little bit. Well, Lily, thank you so much for your time here, and I wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors that you have going on, especially at Hofstra playing D1 softball. But we got another half of the show to film, I'm pretty sure. So with that being said, back to Tyler in the studio. Thanks, Tyler. You truly are a natural when it comes to these interviews type things.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You've still got all of next year to do this.
Yeah, whatever you say. Moving on to softball. What were some of your takeaways that you've had so far this season?
So Tyler, this season, as you said, playing 4 years. I've been playing varsity since 8th grade.
Forever.
It feels like it. So this year has been very different. 8th grade, we made it to LICs. 10th grade was COVID. 11th grade, we won LICs and made it to state. So it's been a year, actually it's been like almost 5 years of just like on a constant high and like these winning. And I've been playing with these girls literally my whole life since I was 7, because we played Little League together. So having all of them leave and just 3 seniors being left behind is just put my world a little bit in a spin.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll give you credit. Since 8th grade, that's unbelievable. I couldn't even tell you what I was doing in 8th grade. I have no idea. And you were out here getting base hits on a varsity softball team. So I'll give credit where credit's due. But
Thank you.
I got to
Thank
ask,
you.
the future of this team, what do you think some of these juniors, sophomores, what do they have in store for the upcoming years here at Mepham?
So the future of this team, honestly, we have 4 8th graders, and there's only 3 upperclassmen. No, 4 upperclassmen. It's 3 seniors, me, 2 others, and then 1 junior. So everybody else is underclassmen. So there's a really bright future ahead, because these girls are gonna learn to like play with each other. And even though like we might not win an LIC or win counties like we did in the past, I think that eventually they're gonna come up in their senior year, or as the program evolves, it's gonna be really strong.
I mean, I like what you said there too, right? Even though the results so far in the regular season, at least, hasn't been perfect, but hey, playoff strong, right? You guys are trucking.
Yeah.
As this is being recorded, you guys are trucking strong right now, and I wish you luck for the best of that journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
I gotta ask, when it comes to how fast this season has been, is just flew right by? What's the situation with that?
So this season has been a little bit longer than like the seasons before, just because seasons before it's been like every day I'm with the girls I've grown up with. It's just like a little bit more natural. So this year has been just a lot different, because instead of like playing, I've been injured the whole season. So I've only played 4 regular games. So it's been a lot more of like the coaching side for me, like having these girls, like showing them what it means to put them up in uniform, like what it means to like know what you're doing during the game. Just like those things that I never really like had to focus on, like as a team aspect.
Gotcha.
I did my own work. So now it's cool being able to like put everything you've learned to like other people. So I think now that prom is coming up and like we're really graduating, Hofstra just won the CAA, so now it's like it's all coming really real. So now it's going really fast.
Yeah, and I'm also, of course, glad to see you back out there on the field running around. I got to ask, would you say that this season felt like a minute?
Definitely not, but I know somebody else who does.
Well, I'm glad that you see where I'm going with this, but it's only right that you do the toss one last time.
I would love to do the honors. Manno, for the final time, the floor is yours.
I'm Matt Manno, back with the fastest minute in sports. For the last time ever, let's set the clock. Well, this is it. The last time I'm ever going to be on this set in a track uniform. You know what? I just do what I'm told. So I'm going to let you in on some behind-the-scenes pieces of information of the best part of sports talk. You know that this segment was the first B&B segment to be created outside of Mepham. It was actually created during the filming of B&B Goes Back to School at Brookside because Mr. Stein thought that I talked too much and I needed a segment. This segment was very much autonomous, meaning I did what I wanted. So I'm going to end how I started, by ranting about the Mets. Like, why do we pull up the kids, never play them together, and oh, by the way, let Ronnie Mauricio just waste away in the minors? In my first ever episode, what was I praising the most? The pitching. Well, it's gone. The top two are showing signs of age, and beyond them, and Senga, who has been great, by the way, Kodai Senga is a godsend, nobody else can pitch. The depth in the pitching is a problem, including the bullpen, but at least the Mets are going to sweep Rookie of the Year votes between Senga, Beatty, and Alvarez. That's all from me. As the clock expires on my time on the Manno Minute, that also ends my time anchoring on B&B, and I have loved every minute on it. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's got me to this point, and thank you to Mr. Stein for giving me this opportunity. Now that's all from me, and I'm going to send it back to Lily and Tyler in the studio one last time.
Manno, I'm not going to lie, man. You got me tearing up a little.
Honestly, me too, Tyler. What a historic segment that gets one final goodbye. And before Manno is truly banished from sports talk, let's take a look at his, Jake Manno, Finn, Q, and Nadov's impressive accomplishment from the STN Spring Nationals, where they won third place winner for Best Sports Highlight.
Thanks, guys. B&B opened his spring coverage with a bang as the Mepham Pirates took on the Plain Edge Red Devils. The Conference 3 champion Pirates took on a high-powered offense in its first Conference 2 match.
Crossing it up a little, trying to find her way, and Leah Smith scores!
Both teams came to play early with 7 goals scored in the first 8 minutes. Regan Mora tried to will the Red Devils to a lead, scoring 2 goals in 1 minute. The Adelphi commit, however, was outshined by Haley Honerkamp and Grace Skolvik, leading the way for the Pirates. The sophomore duo combined for 4 goals to put the Pirates up 5-2. The Pirates continued to dominate time of possession, but it was Demetra Sideris who kept it clean for the Red Devils, allowing for her team to mount a comeback late in the first.
And look at this! Fabiano scores with .1 remaining.
Julia Fabiano's second goal of the game cuts Mepham's lead to 1. Early on in the second half, Plain Edge lived in Mepham's zone, but it was Catherine Chow with some nice saves to preserve the lead for Mepham. Later on in the half, this is Fabiano scoring her third, and then in the very next play, 1 minute later, running right and scoring her fourth, a beauty to the upper 90. And in the very next play, she is hit hard and is gifted a penalty with a chance to take the lead for the Red Devils.
What a save from Chow.
And then on the other end, this is Ali Dooley scoring the go-ahead goal for Mepham. The late game craziness doesn't start there. It's Madison Wade who picks up the ground ball, running right, and she scores her second goal, so now we're tied again at 9. We go to overtime where Fabiano going for the ground ball, but she takes a hard hit. She was able to walk off on her own power, but would not return. Later on, this is Mepham with 20 seconds left. This is Honerkamp going for the hat trick, and the Mepham win.
Will she look for a shot? She will! And that will be that.
What a game. It's obvious that these Pirates are up to the task in their new conference. For B&B, I'm Matt Manno.
You know, as much as we tease Manno, he really is the hardest worker. Valedictorian, after all, and he's also going to Cornell.
Cornell, that's crazy. You know what, Tyler? You are so right, and I know that he's going to be amazing in the sports world.
You do know what another wise person once said, right, Lily?
Oh gosh, not this one.
You know, in the wise words of Confucius, study the past as you would define the future.
Wow, that might have been the most wise thing I've ever heard you say.
Don't thank me. Thank Confucius.
Will do.
On a serious note, though, it's been my honor to serve alongside you throughout this amazing journey, and I can't wait to see what you got going for you down the line.
Thank you, Tyler. It's been a pleasure to work here with you this year, and I'm so excited to see you kill it next year. Thank you to Rocco, who I handed over the show, all the people that came before us. Hannah, who does, I don't even write a script anymore, like a supervisor, she just does it. Everybody else who's been supporting me, and my teachers sending it off. I wouldn't have been the person that I am today without what I've learned through Sports Talk, and I'm so excited that I get to hand it off to you, and it's going to be in really good hands.
Aw.
So, for the last time, Season 6, the finale of Sports Talk, signing off for my very last time on B&B, I'm your host, Lily Epez.
Thank you for tuning into this season, and I will see you as the lead host in the fall.